I'm on a span the view of what one in Jamaica. Like I was out Jamaica in the language already one saying the concept. And I tell all my people say, Jesus is a Jamaican. And the man them a say, yeah, Jesus come from the Middle Ages. And I say, well, if Jesus black or him copper skin or whatever them say, he must be a Jamaican. So I say, oh, I talk about nothing. Yeah. I say, make me prove it to him. I say, look, don't them say Jesus walk on water. Yeah, the Bible say, so I say, which part else in the world you ever hear in the body walk on water? One place in the world you can go, people go and walk on water and them all pay thousands of dollars safe to go walk on water. I say, which part? I talk about nothing. Him walk on water in the Middle East, River Jordan. I say, yeah, idiot, man. One place in the world people can walk on water. No Jamaica you come from. I say, you never been to Duns River Fall. I say, you're mad not you're crazy. I say, no man, just think of it. One place in the world people can walk on water and that's Duns River Fall. So he must say, man, so I'm crazy. I say, alright, maybe that one they don't get you. Watch that one here. He have to be Jamaican. Cause remember when Jesus was on the cross, right? Him pray and him ask him Father if it is will to make the cup pass, right? But them never tell you now the Bible say him Father send him an answer, you know. Cause remember him called him Father and Father no left him dry. Him give him an answer but we never know till 3 days after. Yeah. What's that? Me say the Father send and tell him, so listen my son, don't worry. I'm gonna send you some help. I'm gonna send the angel Gabriel to save you. I will never find out till 3 days after. Say Jesus a real Jamaican. Jesus said we don't want no gay, no braille around here. Yeah, so I tell you, you have to draw a concept and know what you talk about. So we see now this partisan thing at Jamaica with Marky and Andrew, right? PMP, JLP. I will not get into that still, but may I notice some things. I man remember when them did a beat Andrew, you know, when him just come in a power. Cause then he was, you know, him did fresh and him a learn on the job. And one of the things, you know, Andrew, why them did a beat you so bad is because you never go on, you know what I say, pedigree school, you know what I talk about. To a Catherine, you go up in the country and you never go one of them pedigree school in Jamaica, so them never think you could be qualified or become the great statesman that you are, right? Statesman that you are, right? No, you know what I say? So I'm watching and I'm intrigued. On the other hand, I am terrified by Marky. I was thinking that it would have been better if the party, the People's National Party, had recruited or appointed or elected, like Gabriel, you know, the young lady will lead the PNP youth movement, and groom her to head the party and carry along with her the youth movement and start groom the youths them to take part and be interested in the future of the country, because it's their future, it's their trust, it's their interest, you know, benefits. And I thought that would have been a better move then. But they do what they do because I'm not into the party, I don't know nobody. Because truly, I have some concern, nervous concern about what if Marky should win and go in that office with that power. Being Jewish, there are certain traditions, you know. Growing up in New York City and everything there, we know the power of the Jewish people, right? And him being Jewish, there's certain tradition. Would Jamaica be transferred or transferred right? So that's my concern. It's a nervous concern that if Mark get into the office and the Jewish community, the Jewish, you know, elites, them tell him, say, he have to do certain thing. By tradition, he has to, you know. That's just my concern. We don't want Jamaica to be transit into the State of Israel sphere or even the United States sphere as a 51st state or under full control. I don't know Jamaican, we Jamaican, you know. Remember, we are the first, you know, to bring our human rights, and we, you know, very adamant and zealous about our human rights, you know, and that is the freedom, our birthright. And I don't think Jamaica would like that, and I wouldn't like Jamaica to, you know. So that's what I say, even now one can consider Gabriel, right, and the youth movement, so the youth them can start learn the science of government and how to work toward their future. And I think that the youth movement of Jamaica with Gabriel, you know, they could make an overture to rebuild the state of Haiti, or the country of Haiti, or the nation Haiti, saying, because Haiti is the foot of the body politic. Jamaica is the head, and the body can't function without the head. So we are looking for Jamaica to lead, and Haiti is the foot. We can't reach nowhere until we rebuild Haiti. You know, see, we're not into occupation, and right now Haiti is under occupation because all the forces that there, they never get, you know, the authority or the people or the prayer and trust of the people to come occupy them, right? And nobody ever talk about rebuilding. None of these big guys, because they just want to exploit Haiti and discriminate against the people and hold them down under occupation. We know what it is. His Majesty tell it that we're under occupation because the war is already over, but the occupation continues. So His Majesty said. See, so Haiti, that's occupation. So why nobody ever thought about rebuilding Haiti, building the infrastructure and them thing there? Everybody just want to exploit it. Zippygan said that, right? And there's no fear because His Majesty said, just be courageous, my youth, have no fear. This is the work. Because His Majesty don't prepare us for battle because we don't know much things, we don't do to us so much death. What you call it, death trap, we don't set for us so much jump through, how much torture we don't put I through. That's why people haven't seen I on the stage in a while, you know. So we are talking about the rebuilding and restructuring, re-infrastructuring of the nation, Haiti. That's the foot, that's our foot soldier. And you can't reach and go nowhere without your foot. And the body can't function without the head. So Jamaica for spearhead it, you know, and I think it's the youth movement in Jamaica. I don't know if the JLP government has a youth movement, or maybe Boys and Girl Clubs or network or something. Join forces, because it's not partisan to do that. But you I know of Gabriel and our youth, you know, organization, you know, I think we should think about that, because I don't come and talk partisan. May I tell you, the nervous concern I have about Marky, and that's the thing. I don't know Marky. I know him as a wicked attorney. I know him help Michael Manley government, you know, for hold it down and put certain things through. So it's not nothing personal against Marky. It's personal against influence, control and command. Because if they control certain position in Jamaica, when they command you, you have to jump. See, that's how politics is set up, right? So you can't get away from it. So there's no one. Because I have something with Andrew and I have to deal with. See? So that is my thing over this. And I think we should think of it really. And I think Gabriel and our youth movement should put out an overture, you know, saying that she and our youth movement are going to start to the topographical mapping of the nation Haiti, because we have to do the topographical mapping first. You see, and then the youth them in the Caribbean along, you know, with Gabriel and our youth movement, deputize the other youth them in the Caribbean to do that. Because the youth is the future, see? And it's all their future. Instead of this nation be an occupation for so many years and being exploited. I want to kill off the people them and on the thing say the earth go just go on so with all the blood that's running into Mother Earth. We not say we are going, not say we're ready for it kick off. We not talk about end of the world. It's world without end. It's gonna be the changing of the garden and Mother Earth are gonna do it. The Mother Nature, the mother, the womb, everything is returned to the womb, and the womb now vex, because that's the stargate. And to get back to the heaven, when you hold on now talk about, it has to go through the earth, the mother earth, your inheritance, your hereditament, seeing the earth. So everything has to return to the womb, and that's where everybody is trying to get to. And people misdirect and serve and attack. Go all different kind of way with ideology and theology. It's not ideology and theology. Saying it's real, what we call real, versus how something appear. It's reality and appearance, and what people get caught on the appearance, which is illusion. But me not come here for chat, and talk. I want to share something with them. Now, Andrew, saying the Andrew administration, here I and I do, right? So, we were watching the administration and we had to deal with the Andrew administration, not as a partisan, but in one who loved Jamaica and loved the youth them. So I and two brethren were in this movement where we have reclaimed our birthright and therefore our hereditament, right? And therefore being heir to the crown, because Ethiopia is the oldest empire on earth. His Majesty said it existed before the flood and it exists today. So we figure out then that's a superior claim until someone come and deny that claim. Because we put it forward and we file it in the court. And nobody not come and refute it, not even dispute it. Until that is refuted, that claim, then we have a superior claim. So we have claimed that we're heir to that throne. That crown, sorry. We're heir to that crown because the crown is the jewel. The crown is all of the asset and the inheritance and the hereditament. So we are claimed, so we are heir to the crown jewels. Everything on this earth is crown property. That's what they call the vineyard, right? And when the Mosai did send a servant to go collect the first fruit of the vineyard and them kill that and dash that way. Then when him send him son, them beat him and run him away, and it say what? Well, it say, when the owner of the vineyard forward, what not go do? That way I talk about, right? So we learn it and realize, we are the owner of the vineyard because we're here. And they have to return crown property to the heir. They can't return it to those who have slave mentality. True word. You see that? You see that? True blood, clot, word. You see? So they can only return it to the heir. They can't return it to slave subjects or serfs. You see, and most I want to know emancipate your mind, like Bob say yet, so they can't return nothing to you. So we are at the forefront, and I brethren Paul and I brethren Gilpin and I together, because it have to be the tribunal or the tripartite that creates a trust. See? So we issue $300 million through the United States Treasury. And we pledge that to the youths them and the youth movement to build institutions and things for the youth them in Jamaica. Because we say we are going to help out, but we're not going to put them type of funding in any bank. And this was before the bold situation and issue. This was 2018. From 2018 we have that, right? And we are waiting on Clarky, because we had it going through NAFTA. You remember the days when NAFTA was a treaty, and because NAFTA is an international treaty, we put it through NAFTA, because then everybody has to acknowledge it, because it's a treaty, it's an international treaty. So here what happened? We never want to send it to Jamaica through any mailing or anything, because you know the mailing go. So what we do, we serve it upon the ambassador, the Jamaican ambassador in Washington, Maryland state. I would never even know that, right? The Jamaican ambassador Marks, right? And we confirmed that they received it. And I recall that the receptionist told us, Charming, told us that it's in the hand of Miss Dixon because she's the controller of the ambassador's office. I want to talk reality, you know. This is no capping, no makeup, you know, saying, no scripting, saying. And so when I got Miss Dixon on the line, the controller, she acknowledged and confirmed that she's the controller of the office and she have it, and I make sure know say it has to be vaulted, and she say yeah, it's gonna be vaulted, and she tell me some other things that I need, and she say, what are you planning to do with all these funds? And we are trying to, she say, all right, send us, you know, a mission statement, you know, of your intent and purpose, and we did that, and then they confirmed that they got it. No hear nothing from them again, right? And then one day I call, because Andrew, you remember the first time you come here to attend the United Nations session, right? The Grand, to speak to the Grand Assembly, saying, and after that, I called the ambassador's office, and the receptionist told I, it is on your desk. And you are at your desk. So I say, all right, I don't have to push nothing then. Then if it's on your desk and you're at your desk, then that means you must have acknowledged it, or maybe you're the one who put it on your desk. Because if you're at the ambassador's office and something like that is there, it has to be presented and served on you. Because you're the prime minister. See? So we go through the right diplomatic channels. So I deal with, because the Secretary of State for the United States has it, and the United States Treasurer has it, and they're waiting on I and all three of us, the tripartite, saying to sign for the drawdown with Clarkey. But it seemed like something happened. What happened to it? It seemed like something happened, because we noticed the new chairman for the World Bank, the first trip him take after he got appointed was to where? To Jamaica. And what did he do while he was there? He recruited Clarkey to be his deputy for the World Bank. Imagine this. Because I rate Clarkey, you know. And I always say that, because without Clarkey, you know, the Andrew administration wouldn't have balanced and lasted so long. Big up yourself, Clarkey, you know, right? Good steward in the finance ministry office, or the office of the finance ministry. Saying, no, Clarkey gone. The reason I put this out there is because I want to know, say, it's not just community. Community is no joke, it's serious business. So we are do this because it's a settlement time, and we are going to draw down and collect for the work that we have done. And we not try block we and hold we down and suffocate we, and we are going to bust up them barriers, setting our captives free. And that way I do yes, you know, because when the knowledge come out, you know, them can't stop it, you know, because it's a frequency. Universal frequency. So what this? His Majesty. And we always go push His Majesty upon us, because we prove everything, saying, and we have the evidence, what we call, right, admissible evidence. Not just prima facie, admissible evidence, admissible in court. And at that way, though, Emperor Haile Selassie destroyed the League of Nations, brought the United Nations here, wrote the Charter. It's also His Majesty who called for the Bretton Woods Conference. Go look up the Bretton Woods Conference if you never hear about it. Saying he brought about the Bretton Woods Conference. That was where they formed the World Bank. So all the rich countries them after World War II would pool funds together, right? To rebuild the ravished nation them. Say the ravished country them after World War II. That's how it came about. And His Majesty made the first deposit of $1 million in the World Bank. See, and it wasn't Federal Reserve note or paper, right? It was substance, mineral, right? dirt minerals, right? Substance, right? So who own the World Bank? We don't even know. I own the World Bank. But when you sit down and when you make the broker, the intermediary called IMF, they're broker. What they do is they broker the World Bank and other funding money and tell you what to do and bring in austerity measure. That's the control and command. And we don't get it yet. But hold on, I have PhD and go to higher university. I only been in the gutter and trenches. You hear me? Zippygan attack, man. I mean, saying the one. Saying el numero uno. Saying, so when you start, get the oneness of purpose. What's your intent? What's your purpose? Saying, so know that or don't know that. Go research it. Because we send to the World Bank to ask them, we subpoena it, right? To get the first deposit into the World Bank and everybody quiet. No, Clarky, you did it where I said we want it. Saying, so send it on. Saying, Clarky, you're there, send it on. Because we can prove that we won the World Bank, you see? And then what them do, them siphon off everything and then do control and command and control us. Look how they mash up Jamaica, the IMF, right? See, the IMF is a collection agent, right? And a broker. That's why them always get them 15%. So may I ask about the $300 million that we pledged. I noticed IDB, same 2018, it come in on the paper that IDB and Andrew Holness signed an agreement 2018, 2 days after them tell me say you're there at the desk with the $300 million pledge. Tell me say you sign an agreement with IDB for $285 million standby credit for disaster preparedness in Jamaica. That was before COVID, right? 2018, right? And you sign it, remember it's a standby credit. We know what that means. Because the IDB cannot issue no funds unless they have a creditor. And creditors are only people with flesh and blood, heart pumping, blood pumping, you know, see, eyes and nose and contract and contrast. A living man. So where IDB get $300 million so they can issue a standby credit for $285 million for disaster preparedness. Andrew, the 15% is what IDB take for administrative fee or broker fee. That's how it goes. That's how we know say the $300 million. But we just hold it and watch where you do. And yes, we know that Kevin Smith, that preacher, we know that him is Interpol. He is an Interpol agent that was in Jamaica, right, investigating corruption, and the $300 million, the IDB transaction was one of the things that was being invested. And somebody suss him out and look what they do to him. See, we have put it out and make the people know. So we have to say, what happened to the $300 million? I have to ask it because I stand up here so now and I look and I say, boy, Andrew pull Miss Dixon and put her in the Senate. And I watch it. And then Andrew just pull Marks and put her in the Senate. So what, you bring them close to you. So we're going with the $300 million because of the youth them and to build institution and the youth them at Jamaica. And you have our mission statement. Argument done. We not ask no more question. Because I see the Johnson estate, I are the executor, and I put that out already. Johnson. Even if your mother name is Johnson on your birth certificate, you are beneficiary. You are beneficiary because it's the great grand estate, the Johnson estate, the biggest family, the biggest tribe, the biggest clan in the West. Look it up, it's registered everywhere. I am the executor, and at that I said the Johnson estate funds that. See? So Andrew, you have to give